Today's lesson will be on expanding binomial products. So our learning goal for today is that by the end of the lesson you'll be able to expand binomial products, and you'll be able to do this to simplify algebraic expressions. Okay, so expanding binomial products is actually pretty straightforward. You can see here at the top here, we actually just use the distributive law. So a binomial product will have something like this: a plus b in brackets, beside that c plus d. So in order to expand that, we'll just apply the a to everything in the second brackets and the b to everything in the second brackets. So then we end up with a c plus d plus b c plus d, and from there we can just expand our brackets like normal using our claw method to get our answers below. So what are we actually doing? Well, diagrammatically we're applying the a to the c and the a to the d, and we're also applying the b to the c and the b to the d. So that's how we get this ac plus ad plus bc plus bd. From there you can collect like terms. Obviously in this circumstance we don't have any like terms, but in some other examples you might. So let's do another example here. So for instance, we have x plus 1 in brackets, x plus 5. So we're going to expand this binomial product. So we're going to apply the x to this bracket and the 1 to this bracket. So that would leave us with x brackets x plus 5 plus 1 bracket x plus 5. Now obviously I'm using the distributive law. If you want to do it diagrammatically and kind of skip this step, you can, but in a test situation I would prefer you to do it with full working the way I'm doing it right now. This way you'll be able to get full marks even if you make some silly mistakes. So from here we can apply the x to everything in the bracket. So x times x will leave us with x squared plus 5 times x, 5x, plus 1 times x is x, plus 1 times 5 is 5. And from there I can collect like terms. So x squared doesn't have any like terms. 5x plus 1x will leave us with 6x plus 5. And there you go. So I've got so we've got a few examples here to work through. So what we're going to do is expand these binomial products, and then we're going to simplify by collecting like terms. So for our first one, we're going to apply the y to everything in the brackets. Obviously in a test you'd work below the question, but I don't really have the room, so I'm just going to start off beside and then work down the page as you would in your books. So I've got y plus 10 plus 3, y plus 10. So that leaves me with y squared plus 10y plus 3y plus 30, and from there I can collect like terms. So y squared stays the same, 10y plus 3y will leave me with 13y plus 30. And that would be my answer there. So I could just leave it there. So I'm going to clear this so I've got a bit more space, and I'll do the next few examples. Okay, so our next one, we've got a negative number here. So the 2x is going to be applied to everything in the second lot of brackets, 3x plus 5. And then we're going to do plus again, but we're going to treat it as like a negative 4. So it's plus negative 4, 3x plus 5. So 2x times 3x will leave us with 6x squared plus 10x. Okay, so we're adding negative 4 times 3x, which will leave us with negative 12x. And we know when we add a negative, it's the same as taking away, so we have 12x. So negative 4 times 5 will give us negative 20, so adding a negative is the same as taking away. Equals, and then we can just look for like terms. So 6x squared doesn't have any like terms. So here we've got 10x, take 12x will leave us with take 2x, take 20. And that would be our answer there. We can't simplify that any further. Again, I'll clear it and we'll do our last one. So a 2a plus y plus 2y, 2a take y. So 2a times a would give us 2a squared plus ay plus 2 times 2 is 4ay, take 2y squared. And again, oh, I forgot my equal sign. So from there, we're going to look for any like terms. So 2a squared doesn't have any like terms. So ay plus 4ay will leave us with 5ay, take 2y squared. And we can't simplify that any further, so we'd leave it there. So that's all we've got for today's lesson. So that's just expanding binomial products. Pretty straightforward. You're just going to apply everything in the first bracket to the second bracket, and then just work as you would as you normally expand your brackets out there. Any questions at all, please make sure you come and see me as well.